Hello, and welcome to the 41st edition of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. It's the 11th episode of Season 4. We are the show who compares and contrasts Fallout experiences through a lively roundtable discussion and quests with characters who have been randomly assigned drastically different attributes. Welcome, everyone. I'm Andrew. Welcome to the Roundtable. I am joined this evening by my usual partner in Ray. Hello, Ray.
Evening, Andrew.
How are you this evening, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Did you get a bunch of snow? I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Did Georgia actually get hammered like you're supposed to yesterday?
Yeah, we got about 1.25 inches. It was devastating.
That's hammered for Georgia. That's crazy. And Pat is back. Pat, what's up?
Hey. How we doing?
Happy to have you. Pat, 1.5 inch shut down Philly area?
Nah, pretty much not. That's about what we got. We got a couple inches the other night, a little shovel in the door. We live on a big hill, our particular house, so we actually do have to kind of tend to the hill. But once we get out on the roads, it's all good. So, go ahead. Yeah,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to make a Fallout question. What sort of effect does the severe radiation have on the rain and snow? Those radiation storms you get exposure to radiation from the lightning flashes, but what about the water itself?
I mean, most of the natural water appears to be radiated. I mean, whether that's scientifically accurate or not. So you would presume the rainfall's radioactive? I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know if the ponds evaporate, right? Which collects moisture in the air. Moisture collects in clouds. Clouds drop moisture in the form of rain. Usually, in my chemistry background, in order to get a solid or something else out of the water, you boil the water out and it leaves the stuff behind. So I didn't know if the rain itself was actually carrying radiation up and it was falling down again, or if it's just staying in the...
So, there's the strontium-90, right, that, sort of went up, that was found in milk and all that, and...
Oh, so it went through...
That was a real-life thing, right? Fallout... real life Fallout got into real life milk and all that. And I guess that was Fallout goes up into the sky and it comes down and it's rain and then it gets embedded in the water, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's
must bond.
Given the current political climate, it might be smart for us to brush up on our radiation protocols. We may be more worthwhile to people than people realize.
What is the half-life of strontium-19?
Strontium-90. I don't know. I want to say 90 here. Let's check the font of all knowledge. I want to say strontium-90. I was thinking it maybe had a slightly shorter life than plutonium and shit. But let's see. Strontium-90 half-life. Yeah, it's only 29 years for strontium-90, which is relatively short as these things go.
Yeah.
Whereas plutonium, I want to say is maybe hundreds or thousands of years. Let's see.
I thought it was at least 1,000 years for plutonium.
Let's see what the internet says, and of course the internet is never wrong.
Never. They don't lie.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now okay. So all right. So Wikipedia trivia here. So I'm going. The Wikipedia template for strontium-90 is different from plutonium, but it could be because strontium-90 is an isotope as opposed to. Because the strontium-90 had a big half-life was one of the very first things that it showed on the webpage here. Half-life. Okay. So so plutonium-239, which I think is the really bad one, is half-life of 2.4 times 10 to the fourth. So that's 2,000 years for half-life. Yeah. So wow. That's bad. That's bad.
Just for all of us who haven't taken a science class in absolutely forever, Ray, can you remind us what a half-life is?
No.
So the half-life is the rate at which a radioactive element decays by emitting, its beta radiation or its alpha particles or whatever, and decays down into becomes half. Well, not necessarily. I mean, it will eventually get to lead, but it doesn't necessarily. I think uranium will decay into lead, but
yeah.
Its radioactivity is so after the end of a half-life of a radioactive substance, it will be half of the radioactive substance will have transmuted down to whatever it's going to decay into based on emission of its particular form of radiation, right?
Yeah, as far as I understand it, a half-life, the definition is simply the amount of time it takes for half of the radiation to disappear.
Yeah. So here's a good one. Uranium-235, 703 million years half-life. So that's one you don't want to F around with. You don't want any uranium-235 sitting in your backyard.
And the uranium that is commonly used these days, is that the one?
I think 235 is the fissile one. I think 238 is the one that has to be refined down into 235 with centrifuges or whatever. So,
God,
yeah, U235 is the bad guy. That's bad.
You're terrifying me right now, Pat.
Again, we live to serve here. We are the Fallout feed. We got to occasionally talk about Fallout. All right, yeah.
Talk about radiation.
Like it or not, we're gonna feed you some Fallout information right here.
It's really okay because I have a damaged hazmat suit that'll protect me.
Half, right? It gives you like 500, right? As opposed to 1,000. Yeah.
Good enough.
And if it's damaged a little, like would a hazmat suit with a tear in it? I mean, I would figure it would do no prevention.
It's better than nothing, right? It's not going to be airtight.
Yes,
but it's going to.
I got plenty of duct tape.
It's better than nothing, right? So,
Eddie, can you find me some duct tape, buddy? Help!
Dog meat. Find me some duct tape.
So yeah, you brought up dog meat. I was told dog meat appeared in every Fallout game, but he's Rex in New Vegas, right?
Yeah, there's no dog meat in. I mean, there's a dog. There's Rex, but there's no dog meat. Yeah.
But his name in 3 was dog meat.
Or was he?
I thought.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. Jeez, I'm so rusty with my 3, man.
We need Dennis.
Yeah, we need Denny here. Yeah. No, but so Rex was in New Vegas, but he was also in one of these days. I just have to like take a weekend and just like lash myself to my computer and play Fallout and Fallout 2 because
I want to.
So much of the lore really goes back to those games.
I was actually really close to pulling the trigger on buying the Mac Play versions. But then I found out it's not compatible with my current operating system. It's like a couple operating systems ago. So
that's too bad. Yeah. I mean, I've got them. They're sitting on my gaming laptop. They're sitting on my desktop. I have multiple places I can play them. The interface is just such a kludge.
I found it easier just to watch the YouTube videos.
Well, have you found serious question for you? Have you found a good? I found one Let's Play of Fallout 1, but I just did not like the guy's style at all. He was way too full of himself, and I just couldn't deal with his Let's Play. Have you found a good one?
Not a Let's Play. I've seen a couple of decent lore videos.
Yeah. And for me, I mean, I'm enough of a nerd about this that I would actually gladly sit through 40 or 50 hour Let's Play if it was somebody that I really like their style, like some of the Twitch streamers I like, or some people like Victor in the group or whatever. I think at some point we need to have a maybe we're the fundraiser next year. Maybe we'll see if we can bribe Victor into doing a Let's Play of Fallout. Because.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing.
Yeah, because he's Victor's good with this stuff, and he might have the patience to actually kind of get through a Fallout. I'm just too impatient. I can't get through those ISOs.
I bet you can. I could do him. I can get him to do it.
All right.
Yeah, I made it through 20 minutes.
That was about me, Ray. I got through I did my character and got out of the vault, and it's like I can't deal with this. I just can't even.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but Gopher has not done one for the older games.
I don't think so. Let's check. That's a good question. The guy I found was not Gopher.
Yeah.
Leon came through in the YouTube chat with Dogmeat is a possible companion in Fallout 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. So the actual, I was about to say the actual Bethesda games, but 1 and 2 weren't Bethesda games, were they?
No. Mm-mm.
Well, I don't remember, not Interplay, but something like that.
Remember Fallout Let's Play Archive.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not. See, a lot when I just search Fallout, it like everything kind of defaults more to Fallout 4. I'll take this as a little because I'd done this like about a year ago when I was kind of really finding myself getting into the old lore, and I just could not find one. I did find a couple, but I just didn't like the guy's style. I don't want to go blast on the guy, so I don't remember who it was. It's just a stylistic preference. Yeah, if Gopher were out there, I would do that. I'll check Gopher's site and see if he's done.
Nice.
You know who else has been in all the Fallouts? Brotherhood of Steel.
I know. Oh, the Brotherhood of Steel. Yes.
Oh.
I thought you meant Shalene.
Segue alert there. Ray bravely trying to get us back on track for an actual episode of this actual podcast that we're supposed to be talking about.
Ray had an extra quest. I just went and had to meet with the Brotherhood of Steel, and mine went quickly because I failed my quest. So my discussion could go quickly, but Ray, you have two of them. Which one happened first? Was it you're dealing with the Brotherhood or the other one?
The Brotherhood goes first.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about your special role helped you through your quest there. Who sent you to find them? Did Caesar send you,
yeah,
or
so Caesar, after you get back from the White Gloves, Caesar sends you to wipe out the Brotherhood of Steel. There's no middle ground for him on that. They've got to go.
His main threat that they pose to Caesar.
Yeah, they're just too much of a wild card. They've got too much technology at and there's not enough known about what their intentions are. He's afraid that they could.
I was just about to
actually go against both of them, and end up, taking out both the NCR and Caesar's Legion.
That'd be amazing. I was just about to ask, if they're so secretive and we don't really know where they are, how do people know about the Brotherhood of Steel in the New Vegas wasteland? How do we get word of them? Like it's hearsay and rumors.
Well, so the NCR ran them out of the Solar One, so they know that they're around, and Caesar knows that they ran him out of Solar One, so he knows they're around. Plus, they do have patrols that go out, so no doubt those are seen. They've got they have a sandstorm machine that covers their tracks coming and going in Hidden Valley, but once they're out and about,
so people see them out and about.
People can see them.
I've never seen them out and about. When do you start seeing them walking around? What script happens in the game that causes that?
I don't know that you can actually see them. I find them dead.
Yes, that is one thing that I can we'll get into in the quest a little bit later when we're searching for some holotapes.
Yeah. So once Caesar told Coyote he needed them to get rid of the Brotherhood of Steel, he headed off to go figure this all out, and ended up in the bunker. They challenge you, when you go in. They're not happy that you found them.
Yeah. Did you have any trouble finding it?
No.
No, but you've been there before.
Yeah,
right?
Coyote just has a really good inside track on locations around the Mojave.
I think Ray has been there before. I don't know if Coyote has been there before.
Ray may have been there,
yeah. And I might have slipped past there when I was at the taking out the powder gangers, so that I would have a convenient fast travel location to go back to.
Nice. I didn't know you were much of a fast traveler, Ray. I thought you liked to trot around the.
Oh, heck no.
But good. A man of my taste. All right, so
we go in and talk to.
Yeah, you got inside. I went inside the first time and I couldn't get the intercom to work. I found another. I thought I was at the right building. Turns out there's like how many bunkers are there in Hidden Valley?
3.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
I was gonna say there's at least 3 or 4 because I went to at least 2 before I found the right one. Ugh.
And when you got that sandstorm going on, it's easy to get turned around and hit the same one twice.
And especially when the game does that inconvenient thing where it gives you a quest marker, right? So you think, that, oh, I'm supposed to go here, but it doesn't necessarily tell you, oh, this is a proximity quest. You want to go in the area of this quest marker. The quest marker isn't actually pointing to anything besides look around here somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
So that was confusing to me for a while too.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's intentional, right? To mirror their sandstorms and they're hiding out there. So yeah, that's intentional on the part of the game, I think.
Oh yeah, of course.
And if you go down, you can unlock the doors, and they'll stay open, so that you know you've been in that bunker.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I think once you've found it, doesn't your fast travel drop you at the right bunker once you've found it?
No. I mean, it's like it's close to it, but it's not right at it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but maybe it's just like I just kind of have sort of the Fallout New Vegas sort of muscle memory of like, yeah, I fast travel and I walk this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk this way. That first time when you have the sandstorm and there's the 3 bunkers, yeah, that is very frustrating.
So tell us, how do you find the correct bunker? Where is it? Okay.
I wander around until I find the 3rd bunker. I just know that there's 3, and I just like every time I play the game with a new character for the first time, I go to Hidden Valley, I walk there, I fuck around until I find the bunker. We're explicit, right? I could say fuck, yeah. I walk around until I find the right bunker, and then from that point, I think Ray's right. You don't fast travel right to the bunker, but I think I fast travel to like. I'm sort of envisioning where my character lands. I think I make a left turn and walk towards that bunker, and that's the correct one. I forget, but I just know that like if I fast travel to Hidden Valley, I can get to the right bunker immediately.
Yeah, that's what.
If you walk there, it's harder.
That's what I was trying to get you to say. It's to the left.
I think that's I'm sitting in my Mac looking at my Yeti, so but my muscle memory is like turn left, you know.
Yeah, that is correct. I'm confirming it for you. I had such trouble getting around that I forced myself to actually find these things and map them out. So if you fast travel, you get put in, as far as I can tell, the northeast quadrant of Hidden Valley. And if you head off directly to the left along the fence line, you will come to a mound. You'll have to pass a couple of different mounds that you think that, oh, this could be it. But no, if you just head on a little bit and hang on to the left side along that fence, you'll find a mound with a tree stump sticking up. That is the one. The one with the tree stump sticking up out of it is the bunker that you want to head to for the Brotherhood.
Good tip.
Yeah. And I think that you can approach it. There's just the one entrance, Ray, or are there 2 entrances? Is there one on the south side too?
I think it's just the one.
I think it's just the one. Yeah.
So when you go in the entrance, just hang on that left fence and find the hilltop with a tree stump coming out of it, and you'll find the correct one. All right, sorry, Ray, I interrupted. Where were you on your? You were in there. They were pissed off at you. Did they take all your stuff?
Yeah, so they take all your stuff. Which
like every place does in this game. As soon as you go into any casino, as soon as you go in anywhere, they're immediately taking all my weapons. Dude.
Like the casino, doesn't make you take all your clothes off, you know?
Yeah, these guys make you strip down to your
skin. Yeah, and they put a freaking collar on you. It's like, no, just homie, you don't play that. You know, that's just not what we do.
Yeah, it's very Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. That's a metaphor. Jeez.
So we I never really have to worry about getting my equipment taken away because they take all my equipment, they take all Cass's equipment, but I still have Sunny, and they don't take any of her equipment because they don't really know she's there.
Yeah, that's a mod, right? There's no in-game trick for that, right?
Yeah, no, it's a mod. And I have to be careful because, like, when I went into to the White Glove Society, I had to leave her, out with Mortimer, because when the security guys downstairs will occasionally go temporary aggro on you, and immediately Sonny starts, shooting them. And if you don't have her with you, they go aggro, but then they don't attack you, and then they go back to normal. So I was able to do that quest, but every time I had Sonny with me, she would light them up, and then of course, everybody's going crazy. So, but yeah, so we went in and talked to Elder McNamara, and he sends us on this little quest to see the get rid of the NCR Ranger.
Yeah.
And at this point, I am a terrorist in the NCR eyes. And so as soon as I walk in, the guy starts shooting at me. So the girls take him out.
Before this, you were already a terrorist to the NCR, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of that has to do with me completing Cass's quest and taking out the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan.
Yeah.
So when we go back to talk to McNamara, he, is, you were pretty quick to, take this guy out. How, you didn't even try talking to him. Well, there was no option to explain to him that, the guy opened up on me first.
What do you want me to do?
So I just said, yeah, so I did. So then he says, well, perhaps we have, need of a brute like you. And so he takes the collar off and asks if I'll go out and find the 3 patrols that have been lost. And so we agreed to do that.
Interesting. I think if I remember right, I think mine has gone in a different order of the same stuff from the other side. It's weird to hear it from the other side. Interesting. So did you go out and find the paladins? Scouts?
Yeah.
Were they? Who went out? Scribes? Or scribes in this game?
No, these guys were paladins.
Okay.
And so, you find the first bunch of them near Hidden Valley with all of the centaurs.
Yeah.
So we wiped all them out.
Is that up a Black Mountain, maybe?
Very close to Black Mountain. Actually, if you go out the gate from that crater, you run into the super mutant that warned you about going up to Black Mountain.
Okay, yeah.
So we found that group. We found the ones that were near Nellis Air Force Base. So they got blown up by the boomers.
You're finding, are there multiple people in these parties that you're finding?
Yeah, two in each.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So one guy has the holotape and the other guy doesn't. And I'm drawing a blank on the third location. By Camp Forlorn Hope. No, that was the scribe.
Let's see. You said the Air Force Base near Black Mountain and the RepCon headquarters.
That was right. Went into RepCon.
That's different than the place we went before to deal with the rocket launch and the Children of Adam or whatever, right?
Yeah, that was the RepCon Rocket Factory.
Rocket Factory. Okay, yeah. Because when I first I also had to go visit these 3 places, but I was doing it because I was trying to find entrance into the place, and one of the ways you could find entrance to the place is to find a holotape off of one of these people. I didn't know how to get into the damn place,
so I had to look.
And they said one of the ways you can do it. There's multiple ways you can get into this bunker if you're not associated. If you don't have, you have to have like a lockpick of 100, I think, in order to get in there. Or another way is you have to have, what's her name, Veronica, as a follower. Do you know anything about her?
Yeah. So she can get you in. The trick with her though is if you're actually like for the Legion, I have to wipe out the Brotherhood. It's not an option to to do anything else. So if you do that and Veronica's your follower, she'll attack you.
That'd be fun. Get her as your follower and then do that Legion quest.
That doesn't always happen though, because Ray, I thought I was with you with that, but like, now, did you have Veronica with you?
No.
Because I thought that was going to happen, and this is with I think I did this as sort of like a farting around playthrough, not my official Roundtable playthrough, but I thought it was going to happen that if you killed them all, that Veronica would go aggro, but I did that and she didn't go aggro. Yeah, so and this game, there are definitely lots of glitches like that in New Vegas where things happen or don't happen, and I was like you, I thought it was that once I killed them, she was going to not talk to me, but she talked to me, despite the fact that I killed the Brotherhood. So.
I went to her and tried to talk to her to convince her to be my follower, but I did the speech tree incorrectly, and she won't talk to me now. I don't know. I forget exactly what I said to her, but she got offended by something I said.
Your hood looks like shit.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's probably something along those lines. I remember thinking before hitting the button, I might not want to press this button.
Do not press this button.
But I had to anyway. And she wouldn't go with me. I was like, crap. Now I gotta now I have to go find those fucking holotapes. All right, sorry, I interrupted you again, Ray. Tell us about your battle. Were you there yet? I figure you were there. No? Okay, where were you?
Not there. So we found the holotapes. And so my main motivation for all this was the fact that I was really close to leveling. And there's a perk that I wanted to take that would actually help me with this quest, but I just wasn't getting enough XP to get over the top. So I got all the holotapes, took them back to the Elder, and then he told me that there were 3 scribes that were out on patrol, and he needed their reports. So he asked me to go get them. So I go to Camp Forlorn Hope, find a guy there. He was watching the Legion and the NCR. There was one just outside the correctional facility, keeping an eye on the powder gangers and the NCR there.
Yeah.
And then I didn't take good notes.
Have you gone around just taking out NCR outposts as a member of the Legion? Just
no
bits and giggles?
No. Although it's coming up pretty quick because I got my 3-day notice from the Rangers.
What's that mean?
So once you achieve a certain level of dislike from the NCR, they send a squad of Rangers out to warn you that if you don't improve your standing with the NCR in the next 3 days, they're going to come gunning for you.
3 days?
Yeah.
That's a really weird.
Well, the super weird thing was the next day they caught me and said 2 more days.
2 more days, Ray. I mean, Coyote. That's
Yeah. So I got the 3 different reports from the scribes and took those back, and the elder, thanked me and then told me that he had this other, this thing that, nobody knows about but him and one other person. And that's that they're, because of the sandstorm machine running all the time, their air vents filter system is clogged beyond repair or beyond use. And if they don't get it repaired, they're all going to die. So at that point, I hadn't gotten enough XP to get to the next level. So I thought, you're going to die anyway, so don't worry about it. And so there's three people in the bunker that have key cards that will give you a password to access the self-destruct unit. And so I waited until late at night and snuck up behind the elder and the shoot, now I can't remember his name. The guy that asks you to help him unseat the elder. And
Hardin? Is it Hardin?
Yeah, I think that's it. And then also Scribe Taggart. He was asleep, so he was easy. And so I got the 3 key cards.
You have a Night Mother? No, not Night Mother. What's it called?
Pickpocket?
Too much time in the dragon game.
What's that thing called?
Pickpocket?
No, the one where you kill people in their sleep automatically.
Oh, Mr. Sandman.
Mr. Sandman. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No. So I got the 3 key cards, went down to the unit where the self-destruct unit is, and got my password, went over, plugged the password into the self-destruct unit, and then we hightailed it out. They start shooting at you, but if you run fast enough and, don't stand in one place, you can get out without dying.
Huh.
And as you exit, there's a big rumble, and the bunker has been blown up. But I've discovered that if you stand around outside and go through your Pit Boy and assess your next move, a bunch of guys in power armor come pouring out of the bunker.
Oh, so they do survive.
Some do.
Did you see what any of the named ones? Did like McNamara get out, or
no?
Did you replace him?
No, I didn't go. I didn't go that far in the quest line.
I was approached by Hardin to replace McNamara as well, but I also didn't get far enough into the quest to actually accomplish that.
Yeah. So at that point, I had a game crash. And so restarted again. This time, I just threw a few mines down and then didn't stand around and wait for them to come out. Just left the area, and
that's good.
Nobody came after me.
Did it reload as you were exiting? You had like auto save or something?
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. I know. I used to have auto saves turned off. And then I had a crash once without saving for like a couple hours, and I was like, "Well, I'm going to turn auto saves back on. I don't want that to happen again."
Yeah, it would definitely be frustrating.
Yeah, and you should still periodically do a full save, because I think totally. The auto saves are sometimes buggier than just a full hard save. Yeah,
they don't seem as solid or something. I don't know.
I usually, if I come up to a hard decision. Where I know that it's going to go down one path or the other, I'll usually take a save there.
Yeah. Save's gone for the win.
Yeah.
How did you say you killed the NCR Ranger? Did you just walk?
I didn't. I just walked in. He took a shot at me, and the girls wiped him out.
That's right. The girls took him. Good job, ladies.
Yeah.
Well, who do you have with you again?
So I've got Cassidy,
Cass, and the lady from Good Springs, right?
Yep, Sunny Smiles, and her dog Cheyenne.
Cool. I was gonna say,
who's also a girl. And then my female iBot Edie.
Edie.
Wait a minute.
Eddie.
It's a robot. There's no gender.
You haven't seen the skin I've got on her.
Post a picture to Twitter.
She's very colorful.
Post a picture to Twitter and I'll retweet it, right?
No.
Sorry, what's the dog's name again? Cheyenne. Is Cheyenne following
Sunny
or you?
No, Sunny.
Following Sunny. That's fun. That you get a double follower that way.
Yep.
With your mod you're running, can you just have as many as you want?
Well, no, this one is specifically just Sunny and Cheyenne.
Oh, okay. Both of them together.
Yep.
She is not available as a recruitable follower in vanilla game, correct?
No.
Okay. Yeah, but that's great that the mod included Cheyenne too. That's really fun.
Yeah, that's kind of what attracted me to it. Because I knew I wasn't going to get Rex because I like Edie better.
You like Edie better than Rex. Edie.
Yeah.
So, why?
Because I find that the perk for the iBot with the extended perception. I mean, other than the fact that you just find yourself panicked because there's red dots all over the place.
Yeah,
you can't find anybody that's actually shooting at you.
It's like they can't see me. They're 2 miles over that way. So okay, then what is Rex's? Is I forget what his is called, but you like increased proximity perception. Edie, sorry.
Yeah.
My quest for the Brotherhood of Steel was a little bit different than Ray's. Mine was called For the Republic Part 2, and that actually it's a umbrella over encompassing quest that has the whoever we dealt with last week, the Great Khans and
Emeritus.
The Emeritus, yeah. Those are also in this quest, and the Brotherhood of Steel is in this quest, and the White Gloves. I don't know if the White Gloves were in this one, but it's an overarching quest. So the specific quest that deals with the Brotherhood of Steel under the For the Republic Part 2, the side quest that deals with the Brotherhood of Steel is called Still in the Dark. So that is sparked off by what's he called? The ambassador guy who will continue typing while he's looking you in the eye really creepily. You know what I was talking about a couple weeks ago? Forget that guy's name. But the ambassador guy who at the end... Crocker? Yeah, that's it. He sends you off to talk to the major... No. Commander? Corporal. What did we decide she was, Ray? God, we had like a whole discussion about this last time. But you go talk to her over at the dam, and she's a colonel. Colonel. She sends you off.
I'm getting an echo. Sign off and sign back on.
Okay. It might be me. I don't know. I might need to sign off and sign back on. So she sends you out, then you have to deal with the Brotherhood of Steel. Now, this is where it starts getting a little weird for me because like I mentioned before, I showed up and I couldn't find anything. It took a long time to find the correct bunker and going in and out. So I ended up having to look some stuff up online. I know that's, you're supposed to explore with your character, but I decided I want to have a break and, I'm under a time crunch here. I got to get this stuff done. So I looked it up and I saw all those different options. There was you can have one of the 3 follow tapes from the fallen Brotherhood of Steel Paladins that Ray was talking about earlier at those different locations. Another way you can spark it off, and this is how it sparked off with me, was you can be asked by one of the other factions to search out the BOS and find more information about them. And I was asked by the NCR. The third option is to have Veronica with you as a follower, like we mentioned before. But again, as I mentioned, I screwed that up somehow through the speech tree, and she won't speak to me anymore. Well, she'll speak to me, but not. That's no longer an option to have her come with me. I fucked something up there. And this one I didn't understand. Maybe Ray, you can expand on this a little bit. It says get 2 playbacks from Eddie, and that will send a message to Senior Knight Lorenzo to hack Eddie into his program to have it start to send Eddie back out to find the Brotherhood of Steel Patrol so they can analyze his data. Does that ring a bell at all, Ray? Did you have anything with Eddie and the Brotherhood of Steel and the recall database thing? How does that work?
So the first time you meet Lady Gibson, she talks to you and Eddie will start playing back the recording. Then nothing really happened.
I'm getting crazy echo, Andrew.
All right, guys, I'm gonna drop out for a second. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Sorry, I think it may be Andrew.
Yeah.
Echo testing 1 2 3.
Nope, no echo there.
Yeah, that seems better.
Okay. So then the second time it happened was up at Jacobstown when you go in to talk to the scientist about the stealth boys.
All right. Hey, guys.
And so when it happens twice, then right after that, yeah.
I am back, and no one heard it on the podcast. No one heard anything what you were talking about when I logged off. So pretend like you didn't say anything that you just said and start over from where I left.
Okay. So we were at Old Lady Gibson's, and the first recording pops up. That's just outside of Novak. The second time was up at Jacobstown when we're talking to the scientist about the stealth boys. And after the second time, then you get a message, and it's the first one is from the Brotherhood of Steel to bring Eddie to them, and they can help you, or then after that message you get one from the followers of the Apocalypse to bring him to them so that they can get the information and share it with everybody.
And the followers of Apocalypse, are those the artists at the Mormon camp?
No, they're not really artists. Actually, it's the old Mormon fort, and they are
we just
mostly doctors there.
We sent the poet kid there. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. There's so many stupid little side factions in this game. I have trouble in my head keeping them all apart. Who is the lady after you exit the Lucky 38 who wants you to hack into the computer system, Mr. House's computer system?
She's a random follower that you never see anywhere else. So
she's not a part of any
she's group? A follower. She's a follower of the Apocalypse, but you don't see her in any other context.
Yeah, but she will be mentioned because I went to talk to the head doctor, the lady at the Mormon fort. I can't remember her name right now.
Julie Farkas.
There you go. And
punk too.
And so she mentions, hey, if you're around the Lucky 38, talk to Emily. We could use her help.
Sweet. So then that would also trigger you to go seek out the Brotherhood of Steel. But I thought that was interesting that they worked in a route through Eddie or Edie. Sorry, Ray.
That's okay.
All right. So, God, were there any other ways to get there? I think those were the 4 ways that you can choose. So I sort of tried to do 2 different things here. I tried to go find the the holotapes, and I got 2 out of the 3, and then I read that you only need 1 of them. So I went back and I actually got into the correct bunker and did the whole thing, the collar, the really degrading nakedness, everything, and then they tell me to go out and visit this NCR guy in the bunker. They don't like him hanging out in one of their bunkers nearby, right? So I go to see him, and I don't want to kill him because I am NCR, And so Dobson and I have a little conversation, and I have a speech of over 50. I'm at 100 speech already, but if you have a speech of 50 plus and a favorable relationship with the NCR, you can actually convince Dobson to leave, sparing his life, so you don't actually have to kill the guy. There are a couple other ways to deal with him without just sort of like pulling out your gun and shooting him.
But there's that way too, right?
Yeah, you can always do that, Ray. I mean, you do that, right? Sorry, the ladies did. I mean, I don't want to incriminate you. Sorry, Coyote. I don't want to besmirch his good name. So one of the interesting ways to deal with Dobson I found through my notes is he's really fond of his radio, right? So you can break his radio, but you want to do it when he's not looking. When he's out, he goes out during the day to make rounds. So you want to sneak into the bunker when he's not around. And you can break his radio, and that causes him to just like lose hope and leave, which is kind of sad. Another way to deal with it is you can sabotage his radio. You can rig it to explode in his face the next time he turns the dial. You also want to hook that up when he's not in the room. If he is in the room when you do that, though, there is a speech check of 40 that you can convince him, oh, no, I'm not doing anything. You can do like a Jedi mind trick on him, just say, no, I wasn't messing with the radio at all. But you can blow him up that way. Let's see.
It almost seems more humane just to shoot him.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? This way. I think this is so you don't lose your... You have to do it when he's not looking or something. It has something to do with your NCR favorability. I like it, but I don't know how they would know. Oh. They're not seeing anything just because you're killing theirs.
Yeah, thankfully I don't care about that.
Yeah, you don't care at all. Then you can have a conversation with him. I chose to send him off, so I'm having a conversation with him. If you reveal the location of the Brotherhood of Steel to him, the next time you come out of the vault after you have that conversation with him, that will cause the ambush from the Brotherhood. They will then be like coming at you at all costs. And that then and there pretty much has me fail the mission after I reveal where the Brotherhood is to the NCR. The deal is I don't want to reveal the Brotherhood's location necessarily. At this point I'm still trying to play it sort of even parallel here. I want to play the Brotherhood as much as I can, Ray, because this is end game armor that we're talking about here. I have a couple of sets of power armor on me that we picked up off of dead paladins out and about, and I found it amazing. Right? Get this, guys. I find it amazing that you have the ability to take multiple sets of power armor and repair them down into one. But yet you don't have the technology to actually put it on. You can repair it. You can fix it. You have the knowledge. You know this in and out well enough where you can actually repair the item, but you don't have enough knowledge about it to actually put it on and use it, which is stupid to me. Like, oh, come on. I shouldn't be able to repair this then. If I can't put the damn stuff on, you shouldn't let me repair it. So that was one of my complaints. But anyway, Ray.
But just because you can fix a car doesn't mean you can race it.
I can race it. It might not be well. I can race it. So Ray, I'm now an enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel because I revealed their location, but the guy took off my collar and he fled, but he was killed almost immediately by the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood is so fucking tough. I should have gone the ambush stage, or not the ambush, the what did you call it? The self-destruct, where you blow everything up for you and then set up some mines. That is such a perfect way to do that, Ray. I suggest everyone do it that way, because fighting them one-on-one was just fucking brutal. They have such a high armor rate, and every single one of them, even like the no named guys, had little shields by them, by their names, and that means, oh, Andrew, you're going to do fucking no damage to these guys. So I was like, oh my god, these battles are taking forever. I had died so many times, reloaded, was save scumming all over the place. It was brutal battle between the Brotherhood of Steel. But eventually, I got everyone down and failed the quest of Still in the Dark. So actually, I don't know which one failed, for the Republic or Still in one of the quests failed because I was supposed to be helping the Brotherhood. And Ray, I'm very upset because I was certain the game was going to work in some other way to make it happen, but I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe you can tell me how. I've got this power armor. I've lugged it around for a while. It's been a long game. I'm excited to get into the fucking power armor. And I fucking am an enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel, and I killed them all. How do I get the training? Tell me there's another way. Tell me there's another way, Ray.
Wow.
Isn't Arcade Gannon your friend?
I haven't seen. I don't know.
Maybe the Enclave could teach you.
There's no Enclave in New Vegas. That's crazy talk. I think Arcade Gannon will give you power armor training, but you have to get his quest.
Okay. I don't know much about Arcade Gannon, but I've heard you guys mention him a lot. Where was he mentioned? Was he in your Let's Play a lot, Pat?
Yeah, he probably. I think I went to just about everybody. Yeah, yeah, and I think with my so right after I did my Roundtable character, I immediately did a completely separate New Vegas character to do all the things that I couldn't do with my Roundtable. So I forget which one I did, but one of those two characters, I fed Arcade to the White Glove Society just because he was good eating. But I definitely talked about Arcade. You pick him up at the followers of the Apocalypse of the Old Mormon Fort, and he will follow you unless you have too high a Legion reputation. So the Coyote might have an issue with getting Arcade, but you should be able to get Arcade to follow you. But the problem is you have to get him all hot and bothered and do his complete quest line, which is pretty long.
But you think he might actually provide
power? He gives you a set of power armor, which I'm pretty sure comes with power armor training at the end of his quest line.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I was so sad when I realized, oh, fuck. I think I closed that loop. I'm not going to be able to ever put on this damn power armor. And it's
that's frustrating in 3 and New Vegas both, that you got the stupid power armor training.
Yeah. So sweet. I'm glad. I will look into that. But anyway, I failed the quest, guys. I killed everybody. I went back and she was happy with me. So that was my experience with the Brotherhood of Steel. I wanted to go in. I wanted to take. When I first started feeling everything out, I was really interested in trying to get all the way to the end and getting the power armor training. I really wanted to see what happened when you swapped out Harden from McNamara. But I didn't have it. Maybe I'll have to do another character at some point and play it from the other side. If you know me at all, in my past experience with the Fallout games, I'm not such a huge fan of the Brotherhood of Steel anyway. So I guess I'm not that broken up about having to kill them all. But it would be fun to see it from the other side. You know what I mean? It's always fun to play all these games from all the different angles to see how they work out, right?
Yep.
Oh. All right, Ray, what else did you have? You had another quest with Caesar and some sort of tumor here, right?
Yep. So when you go back to Caesar to tell him that the Brotherhood of Steel has been taken care of, he rewards you and then says that he wants to talk to you in his tent. And so you go back behind the little throne that he has, and he tells you that, hey, I've got this, I know you've noticed that I've been having these headaches, and, I really feel like I don't have, long to live. And if you have a high speech, you can, I think actually it's not all that high. I think it's only a 60. You can tell him that he's got this tumor And then if you have a medicine of 75, you can get, more information from him. But basically, I got tasked with getting a set of surgical tools and a doctor's bag. And so I left Cass and Sonny at the fort and went to the medical clinic. And while I was there, I got a luck implant, which got my luck up to 9. And then I snuck in. I got my rads cleaned up too from from fighting those centaurs. And then I slipped into the back and stole a set of surgical tools. Because from what I understood, I would have to pay 1,000 caps to get those. I don't like Caesar that much.
Hell no.
So back to the fort, and Caesar. So you get confronted by second in command. He tells you that Caesar doesn't have long to live, that he's now in charge. And so you go back to the tent, and Caesar's laying in bed, and you have the option of you can either have gone to a vault and gotten some parts for the auto dock and let the auto dock fix him. You can, if you have a high enough medical, you can pass using that, but I didn't have that high a medical. And you can take your chances, or if you've got a luck of 9, which I just happened to do with my luck implant.
Wow.
You can take you can heal him with the surgical tools in the doctor's bag. So he jumps right up. Was it a coincidence that I had luck of 9?
Or you knew that before? I need to look into these implants more. I totally fucking forgot about implants for the last month. I was so excited about them when I first ran into them, and then I was like, "Oh crap! I don't have enough caps for these. I'll definitely come back for these." I just now remembered I need to go back for implants.
Yeah. So that. So then once I healed him up, and then he tells you to go meet a guy about a president. I went to one of the casinos, and I think it was the Atomic Wrangler, and tested out my new luck of 9, and I think I might have lost 2 hands, and came away with I got kicked off the table because I had won too much.
You cleaned them out. How many different card games are there in New Vegas?
Well, there's Caravan, which you play on the street. Then in the casinos, there is slot machines, roulette, and blackjack.
That the player can actually interact with and play.
Right.
Okay. I haven't played much. I haven't played any of the games, if you couldn't tell. But I downloaded a Caravan app because I wanted to learn how to play, but I never used it.
It's not really intuitive because it's not like any sort of normal game that rummy or poker or anything else. But once you take time to learn it, it's not hard.
Yeah, I hear it's a good cap maker, but at this point in the game, I feel like I have a comfortable stash that I don't need to go clean out the casinos. How much? What did your caps raise by, Ray? When you clean out a whole casino, what happens there?
Well, at the Atomic Wrangler, it doesn't take much. I think I won 1,500 caps.
That's it.
No, I didn't get kicked out. I just got kicked off the table. They gave me some whiskey and a few other things. And
high roller suite.
Yeah, I think I could have I'm certain I could have gotten back and played some more, but I had stuff to do.
Yeah. Well, do you know about what level you are?
So I just got 19.
Nice. I'm right there with you. I think I just got 19 or 20. The other day. We were about the same last time we were talking too.
Yeah. And then the perk that I wanted to get was Fight the Power. So that one gives me a +2 damage threshold and +5 critical chance against anyone wearing a NCR Legion or Brotherhood of Steel armor.
Oh, nice.
So
how do the criticals work in here? Because you can't bank crits, and you can't see your critical meter as far as I could tell. I'm always trying to figure out how criticals actually, they seem completely random to me in this game.
Yeah, I mean it's a numbers thing. It depends if you stack enough critical bonuses together, you can get them fairly often, but it is just a chance.
Yeah. And it's only like a 5% chance each time or whatever. So I feel like it's fairly rare. But
yeah, it depends, because like this. So this gives me an additional 5%, plus depending on the weapon that I use. I've got a couple of them that give you a critical bonus, a critical chance increase, and a critical damage increase.
Is it still a luck influenced trait?
No.
Because in 4, I believe it's a luck thing, right? Your criticals
luck increases the rate at which you gain critical meter.
Yeah, and then the perk chart, it's like critical banker, I think, is a luck one, and
right, because it all has to do with with that critical meter.
Yeah, I like being able to see that. I like being able to see the levels, and that brings up something that's interesting, because in Fallout 4 you get to see the critical level, and in Fallout New Vegas you don't. In Fallout New Vegas, you get to actually see the XP amount, like each number you get XP, and you can look up and see, oh, I am at this number of XP, and I have this many more to get to the next XP. You can't open your Pip-Boy in Fallout 4 and find the exact number of your XP anywhere.
Yeah, you can. I forget.
Shalene also said, yes, you can, Andrew. And I said, okay, show me where it is. And she went and looked, and she couldn't find it. I was like,
no, it's at the top screen of one of the tabs. Pretty sure you can get there. It'll say,
And I found it immediately in New Vegas. I was like, oh, there it is. There's my XP number. It just looked like a meter in Fallout 4. I couldn't see the exact number. I could see you could judge percentage-wise by how much of the meter was filled up, but I couldn't see the exact number of XP that I had, at least as far as I could tell. It might be there, and I might be an idiot, so who knows. Ray, what sort of clean surgery conditions can you provide for Caesar in this wasteland? What is going on with the surgery? Where did you do it? You said you did it out back behind a shed or something?
In his tent.
Here, duck behind my throne. Let's do surgery real quick. So you just needed a doctor's bag and some, you said medical supplies. No.
Surgical tools.
Surgical supplies.
Yeah.
Interesting. What does it proceed past there after you heal him and
no, he just pops right up. He's like, oh wow, thanks. And then goes back and sits on his throne.
No recuperation period or anything?
No, he's good to go. You're just that awesome. Good.
He bounces back. You're a good fucking doctor, Ray.
In this case, you're just that lucky.
I'm going to go to brain surgery for Coyote if I need my
that's right. Get rid of that tumor.
Yeah. It's not a tumor. Great. So what else is happening in that quest, Ray? Was that it, or
that was it?
That's awesome. That's really cool. So I assume when you remove his tumor, he becomes instantly nice and loses all aggression and says, "What are we doing here, guys? Let's put some flowers and some guns and sing some powwow songs, right?"
Yeah, no, he tells you to go kill the president.
Oh, shoot. I didn't think that was going to. Oh, yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah. Awesome. Great. Pat, Ray, do you guys have anything else you want to get into? I had a few other things I wanted to discuss if we had a few minutes here.
Just real quick, my Brotherhood of Steel experience with from Mr. House was just slaughtering them. So there's two ways you can there's I guess three ways to slaughter the Brotherhood of Steel. You can just go into their bunker and just hand to hand the mofos.
Yeah.
Which is not easy. I mean, the weapon I found best for taking them down is the pulse shell from a shotgun or a pulse grenade, because that really takes out the power armor guys.
Does it like freeze them or anything?
It'll kill them, but like it'll I forget. I just found it really. I forget the exact mechanic, whether it freezes them and then you go kill them or whatever. But it's very effective at taking out turrets and power armor guys. Or if your science is hard enough, you can actually hack in the very top level, the very first place you come to, where that one paladin has his office. If you have 100 science, you can actually hack his terminal and set off their self-destruct system. You can turn their own self-defense system against them, and it basically turns all the turrets hostile. And so you can that's my favorite way to do it, but you have to have 100 science to do it. And then the other way is to go down to the bottom level where they've got that lab, and you find a science terminal where I forget what science you have to have. I don't remember if you have to have maybe 25 or 50 or whatever, but you can set that terminal to self-destruct, and and then you have so much time to get out of the base, and the base blows up.
Is there a hacker perk in this game?
Well, I mean, I don't remember if there's one called hacker, but your science perk is effectively your hacker.
I just found it interesting. It's just you kept saying at your science level, but in 4 there's obviously a hacker perk.
Yeah. So it's science. So your science goes from 0 to 100, and 100 is very hard, 75 is hard, 50 is average, etc.
What else besides computers and hacking does science really affect?
That's a good question, Ray. Is there anything? Because I don't remember much skill check in the way of science, like in dialogue boxes or anything. I think it's mostly computers.
Yeah.
So that's the other way. You can just go hand to hand. So some of the faction missions want you to just kill the Brotherhood of Steel, or in some cases it's an option. You can either deal with them or kill them. So there's a couple different ways to kill them. So this particular playthrough, I went down, went to the terminal in the basement, and said, let's blow up the bunker, and was able to do it at that point.
That's really cool. That's a really good way to do it. I like the turning the turrets on them.
That's the best way, but you have to have that 100 science to be able to pull it off.
Fun. I don't recommend the hand-to-hand thing. I had a hard time with that. You should do Ray's version where if you can turn on the self-destruct, do it that way.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so science will help you recycle energy ammunition at the workbenches and craft chems.
Oh, good point about the chems. Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah.
Great. Pat, impressions on the new Nintendo thing. You're going to have to tell me how to pronounce it. Labo. I assume.
I got nothing for you. I'm looking for somebody else who's like handy with building models or craft or something. But it's like some cardboard stuff, and you can. As near as I can tell, it seems to have two features. One is you can make a little cardboard prop for your Joy-Con, like a gun or a sword or whatever, and you make a little cardboard prop, and you tuck your good Joy-Con in there, and you can sort of swing, wield this prop with your Joy-Con attached as sort of thing. And the other thing I've seen, I haven't looked into this seriously because I ain't gonna buy it, because I bought a Switch to play Skyrim. That's why I have a Switch. I'm playing Skyrim. I'm getting my money's worth. But I'm also completely unhandy when it comes to anything model-y or crafty or anything. I can do Legos because they give you instructions, but I can't do anything else. So I just would not do a good job at putting that together. But what I've seen is like people wearing like back. So I don't know if there's also like stuff where you can sort of make like a costume with these things, but it's like a cardboard thing that interacts with your Switch based on building cardboard accessories is all I got. So I am actually seriously very curious for somebody to buy it and drop us a quick review of what it all means.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. It seems like something, and the ad, the teaser for kids and people with, a kid like, interests. I don't know. I forget what it exactly said, but adults came out bitching and moaning, "What the fuck is this? It's just cardboard trash. You gotta charge $70 for fucking cardboard. What the hell is going on? I hate you, Nintendo. You ruined my childhood." I hate the internet so fucking much. But everyone came out complaining, and then, people were shooting back at them. Hey, asshole, they said it's for kids and for people with, kid like blah, blah, blah. So I don't know what you're complaining about. I don't know what you were expecting. It's not for you, jerk. Shut your fucking mouth. Oh, I hate people, guys. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, people are the worst.
But it looks really awesome. My kid will fucking love this. He's not quite old enough to be trusted to not destroy things yet. But when his, not mobile, his motor skills get a little more refined, I will definitely be investing in this sort of thing. It looks really, really cool. There was a bunch of different ones I noticed. One of the things that I thought looked great was one of the cardboard things that you could see. I didn't understand. Can you print these out, or is this something? Do you order the pieces from Nintendo? I don't know the answer to that yet, but you can either print these out or get them from Nintendo, and you punch out the cardboard, and it looks like really. People are complaining, "Oh, it's just cardboard. What's going to destroy it?" It doesn't even look like real cardboard. It looks like a plastic form of sort of particle board almost. It looks like really thick, sturdy, corrugated, cardboard or whatever. Favorite things I saw was it punched out, and it came with string and gears and a roller, and you made an actual fishing line, but you put your Switch Joy-Cons, one as the roto reel, one as your handle, and then you put your Switch screen down on the ground, and that's the pond, and you can actually cast your fishing line, and it lands in the Switch, and you can fish and go fishing. I thought, that's fucking cool, man. I know it's simple, it's dumb, it'll be fun for 15 minutes probably for me, but my kid will probably sit there for days.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's another really cool one that the cardboard printed out made like a robot costume for little kids, and you hold the Joy-Cons in your arms and go around punching, and then the screen you can see like you're fighting robots and stuff, but it's you doing the actions of like fighting these evil robots, but you have these really cool like robot armor on. So, little kids will love this. It's really fun. People are complaining, whatever. You're allowed your opinion. I'm not going to tell you to shut up, but please shut up. Cool. Fallout 3 and the Fallout 4 engine. Yes, and the Fallout 4 engine. Both of these things are, I think Fallout New Vegas and the Fallout 4 engine is much closer to being a reality. Do you guys know about this?
I am aware of it, but have no current information.
I've also seen a few screenshots. Someone's starting the process in Fallout 3 as well. I would like to do that, but that would mean I'd have to get a PC at some point in order to experience these things, I'm sure. But I think that looks really fun to play New Vegas on the Fallout 4 engine. I'm really enjoying Fallout New Vegas, especially the last month or so. It has really kicked in where I'm starting to see the real appeal to New Vegas. But still, I have to admit, the last week, I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4, and I'm just like, holy crap, the mechanics, the smoothness, the graphics, just everything in Fallout 4. I understand the story and everything in New Vegas is amazing, but I'm just like, oh man, if I could just have the mechanical side of Fallout 4 with the story side of New Vegas, that would be a great fucking game. So I'm hoping this comes out soon.
Don't hold your breath, but now you get the sense of why people have been saying Obsidian should do Fallout 5, right? Yeah. It ain't gonna happen. No. You heard it here first. It ain't gonna happen, but
well, that's because Bethesda claimed the numbered ones. They can do Fallout, some locations.
Yeah.
Fallout Montreal. Hey, because the Montreal team could produce it. That would be cool, huh? Go to Canada, eh? Before we sign off for the evening here, pals, Lee wrote us an email. I'd like to read it real quick here. Before I do you guys have any opinions on the Creation Club?
I do not. I have not tried it.
I've not either, Ray.
So I haven't actually tried it, but I think it serves a useful purpose.
Okay.
I heard somewhere that like 60% of all of the Fallout 4 games were sold to PS4 users.
What percent?
60.
Wow, that seems very high.
Yeah, it did, but not terribly surprising. I know PC gaming is a very small slice of these big title games.
Yeah, I always forget because they're so fucking vocal about how proud they are about themselves that they're actually a very small number of people.
Yeah, we're
sorry,
just like super duper badass though.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so that's no matter what, I mean, it's still, there's a lot of people that play Fallout and Skyrim on PS4, and the only way those people have to get mods is through the Creation Club, except for the most basic rudimentary mods without any additional
you can't add new assets in the PlayStation format,
right. So I think this serves a big part of the community, and I think it's a positive thing.
How does that work though? Does Bethesda not have to do the same BS dance with Sony about getting things to function on their operating system? And how does it work?
So every time they do an update to the game, it's adding those assets from the Creation Club mods into the game. And so the PS4 players now have those, those assets are now in the game. And,
good.
So Sony can't say anything. I mean, they're sticking to the rules, which is
Did Bethesda create this specifically because of the Sony situation?
So they've never come out and said that.
It seems like so, though, right?
But it seems like it. I mean, they're not going to want to really ruffle Sony's feathers any more than necessary. So it's not like they're going to come out and say, "Hey, we created this thing to get around this ridiculous situation that Sony's created."
At the same time, Sony's not stupid. Sony knows exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, but
But it seems
they're
like
following the rules.
It seems like Sony's going to have a stupid Amazon and Google fight and be like, "Oh, you can't watch Amazon Hulu stuff on my Chromecast. Oh, you can't watch Google Play stuff on my Amazon Fire. Bethesda, your games don't work on PS4 anymore, you jerks."
Yeah, Sony's not quite that crazy.
Yeah, I know. I know it won't get there, but Jesus, that's so dumb. Well, okay, so it does have a good purpose, and I see your point.
And
Lee wrote this.
It doesn't.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
It does not impact the mods that are available for Xbox One or for PC.
Except for I feel
those
like
are still coming.
I feel like more modders are pulling their mods off of.
That's a completely different problem. That's the mod drop problem. That doesn't have anything to do with the Creation Club.
It's not like they're hopping over or anything.
No. No, they're protecting their mods from being uploaded onto another site without their permission.
By not making it available to anyone?
Yeah.
Huh.
Except for the people that already have it.
So Ray, are these mod auth? I literally have not logged onto my PC in like 2 months. Are these people, are they posting them on their own sites, or are they completely pulling them down where they're not available at all?
I think most of it has gone back up. Now what they ended up doing was most of them have put very explicit licensing information on their mod pages that prohibits somebody from legally taking these mods and posting them somewhere else.
Is there a way to code in like an EMP into the mod so it'll like destroy computers that try to upload it to like the new different place? But they should do that.
Yeah, not really. That's bad customer service.
Yeah, they'd probably frown on that, wouldn't they?
So most of that's smoothed out. There's still animosity against the site, but it's not. The mods are back available on the Nexus, just with these this new licensing language.
You're making me want to go in and download all the mods I can and just disable most of them that I'm not using. You know what I mean? Like, it's making me think I need to do that in case some of my favorite modders decide, because I keep downloading and then deleting things. Like, I should download it and just deactivate it if I don't want to use it, because these modders might never put them back up again, right?
Yeah, it's certainly harder to do on the Xbox. It's easy to do on a PC.
Yeah. Weird. No. All right. So our good buddy Lee Benjamin wrote us in. He has some opinions here. I asked him to write in about some of his experiences with the Creation Club. So we'll motor through his email here. Played Fallout 4 on PC and decided I wanted to try to get more of the achievements. Apparently, sometime between Far Harbor and Nuka World, I started using mods and thus stopped getting Steam achievements. Thanks, Bethesda. For my latest restart... There's a mod for that, Lee. There's a mod for everything, right? For my latest restart, I picked up an old character save, which I'd saved before I did any modding. Her name is Jane Doe, and she had not even left Sanctuary Hills yet. I removed all mods to see if I could continue to get Steam achievements. I didn't think it worked, but I took a while to get built up and head out into Nuka World. Once there, I did the Taken for a Ride quest and got the achievement for it. Sweet. Removing mods was letting me play vanilla, although I did have some graphical issues, probably due to the black art of removing mods without leaving anything behind. Yeah, Lee, don't remove mods without any, you need to watch your back there, bud. This manifested in basic clothing, like the harness, messing with the mesh below and making the underwear straps appear distorted, and the summer shorts being transparent and showing the underwear layer. I may try using Steam's Verify Game Files feature to see if that will fix these issues. Unlocked the Creation Club, and I started collecting some free stuff that they offer. Things come and go from the free category and are announced on the starting splash screen. I recently got the Jungle Camo paint job for power armor and the Hot Rod flames for weapons. I posted a picture in the Facebook group of Jane Doe doing some pest control with a laser rifle. On the laser rifle, the flame paint job appears to be over a chrome base. These paint jobs appear different on different weapons. This weekend, I added an army-colored weapon paint job, which basically means an olive drab paint and a U.S. stars and bars logo, as commonly seen on U.S. aircraft in World War II. You can access the Creation Club, get the free things while they last, which is typically over a weekend. About Creation Club. Unfortunately, this is another great touted feature by Bethesda that has not been thought through enough. It sounds like it was conceived by marketing, and they assigned a couple of unlucky souls to go out and make deals for new content. They were probably given very limited resources and very little sway in how they could negotiate for this content. In addition, some of the mods have not been thoroughly reviewed as some of the graphics, as in the base game, including clipping and odd seams at no extra charge. It would be acceptable if the content was free, but if they're asking for real money for them. So check out Oxhorn's YouTube video for some great insights on the economics of the Creation Club. Let's see. For as long as I work in the vanilla game, I'll accept the free items on Creation Club. For the PC or Xbox gamer, there doesn't seem to be much reason to use Creation Club. But for PlayStation users, it is currently the only way to get new items into the game and may be worth it for some players. Thanks again for a great Fallout podcast and community, welcoming people of the best podcast network out there, asapodcasting.com. Take care, Lee B. Thanks a lot, Lee, for the email. Let's see. What did he say? He said, for the PC and Xbox gamer, there doesn't seem to be much reason to use the Creation Club at all, but for PlayStation users, it's currently the only... Okay, you mentioned that, right? It's the only way to get new assets into the game.
Yeah.
For PlayStation. That's interesting. He brought up the economics of the Creation Club of Oxhorn. Oxhorn's YouTube video. Everyone go check that out about the economics of the Creation Club. I'm sure there's some crazy, weird stuff going on in the background here that... You know, am I really interested? Maybe a little bit. Sometimes I just want to zone out and play the fucking game, though, right? You want to know the politics about how the game gets made, Ray? Do you want to see how the sausage is made?
Most of the time, no. Yeah. And, you know, I've changed it so much through the mods that it's hard to remember. When I hit... You know, going through the process of putting together the new machine, I did play a little bit of vanilla on Fallout 4 and Skyrim Special Edition, and it's like, wow, I don't like the vanilla game anymore.
Oh, that's too bad. That's funny. I haven't played a vanilla in a long time. I'll definitely give it a try here again soon. Ray, do you have any last thoughts for the evening?
No, I think so. On the mods, actually, there's been a few. There's also a game mod that is for Fallout 4 that is set in Seattle, and it's been taking a long time to put together. But they've actually started releasing some of the assets from that, big quest mod into regular standalone mods, and so I've played around with some of those interesting stuff.
I can't believe I've never heard of that. There's a standalone whole quest mod taking place in the city of Seattle.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember. I think Cascadia might be the name of it.
That's brilliant. Are there a lot of those out there? Different cities already? Like I've always heard everyone always wants to, Fallout New Orleans or whatever. Like people have their city that they want it to be in next, but
yeah, this is the only one that I know of. But it's
interesting.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit like the Bruma.
Yeah, I've never played that
mod for Skyrim.
Yeah, I haven't played that one yet. Is that on Xbox? I should definitely load that up if it is.
I'm not certain.
I'll have to check that out. I think it is. I think I've looked that up before.
I don't really need to worry about that.
Yeah, you don't. Ray doesn't care about things that don't affect him. Right on. Ray, thanks for joining me this evening. And on that note, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable, and we will see you in the wasteland.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the Roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com. where you will find the Fallout Feed, a Skyrimatic podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the wasteland.